Okay, so the first concept I wanted to talk about um, within this chapter, in chapter 8, is a liaison, right? A liaison is a spokesperson for a small group that works as the connection or the in between between them and another small group, right? They are the person used to communicate with another small group. Um, I kind of want to give a practical application for each of these concepts. And the practical application for a liaison that kind of makes sense. Let's say that you have two different friend groups, um, and let's say that in those two friend groups, you and another friend cross over in between two friend groups. But this one friend group, you are kind of more situated in, and your friend is more part of that friend group, but there's still some crossover. Um, and you want to get those two groups to hang out. Well, the two people who would probably go about getting those two groups to hang out are you and your friend who is also in both friend groups, right? Because you understand both groups and you can speak for this group um, because you have an understanding with the other liaison of the other group, right? The other concept that I wanted to talk about, sorry, let me scroll down to my notes real quick. Okay, the concept of an agenda, right? I don't think that every small group has a written agenda, right? But an agenda is important if, I mean, in a very organized group. I would say specifically in secondary groups. I think very seldom in primary groups are you going to have an agenda when you have group meetings. But in secondary groups or work groups, an agenda is important, right? It's a list of items of business or topics that may come up in a meeting, right? It's a way to keep meetings organized so that you guys understand what you're talking about. Um, a practical application of this, let's say that you get a new job, and you go to your first orientation, and you go and sit down in an orientation room, and on the board, they have written out 5 topics that you guys are supposed to talk about that day. That's an agenda, right? It's the 5 things that, hey, if we don't talk about anything else today, we need to talk about these 5 items.